In the ancient world, there lived wise thinkers who pondered life's biggest questions. Among them were the Stoics, not gymnasiums or athletes, but philosophers, not the ones with long beards, scrolls, and ancient robes, but thinkers with practical wisdom. Imagine a time where life was unpredictable, where storms could suddenly brew in the calmest of days. The Stoics observed this chaos and wondered, how can we find peace amid life storms? They believed that true strength wasn't just in muscles but in the mind. The Stoics focused on something they called internal fortitude, a kind of mental toughness that helps navigate life's ups and downs. They saw life as a journey, and on this journey, they asked, what is truly within our control and what isn't? They believed that by understanding this, we could find a profound sense of tranquility even amidst life's uncertainties. The Stoics didn't just talk, they lived by their teachings. They believed in the power of wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation, what they called virtues. These virtues weren't just nice ideas but guiding stars, showing how to steer through the choppy waters of life. Their teachings were simple but powerful, like a lighthouse guiding ships through the darkness. They didn't promise a life without storms, but they offered a way to navigate them with grace and resilience. In a world where emotions can sometimes feel like wild horses, the Stoics offered reins, tools, and practices to tame those emotions, to find calm even when the world seemed to whirl around. Their wisdom wasn't just for their time. It's a timeless gift, a treasure map leading us towards inner peace, strength, and a better understanding of ourselves. Understanding Stoic principles. Picture this, a group of ancient thinkers, the Stoics, sitting under the shade of an olive tree, thinking about life. They believed that life was like a big adventure, full of surprises, twists, and turns. They had this idea, sort of like a secret code, called the dichotomy of control. Now, that sounds like a mouthful, but it's like this. Imagine a target. The bullseye? That's stuff we can control, like our actions and how we react. The outer circles? That's the stuff we can't control, like the weather, what others do, or even some of life's big surprises. The Stoics said, hey, let's focus on the bullseye. Let's spend our energy on things we can change and not stress about the rest. It's like being on a ship. You can't control the storm, but you can navigate your ship. They also had this cool idea about acceptance. Not the kind where you give up, but the kind where you go, okay, this happened. What now? It's like when life throws lemons at you, and instead of being sour, you decide to make lemonade. Imagine feeling calm in the middle of a storm, knowing some things are out of your hands, but feeling strong because you've got a grip on what you can control. The Stoics weren't about hiding emotions or pretending things were always perfect. They knew life could be tough, but they believed that by understanding what's in our control and accepting the rest, we could find this hidden treasure, a kind of peace that's steady even when everything else seems shaky. Their idea wasn't just about talking, it was about living. They showed that even in ancient times, they knew a thing or two about finding strength in the middle of life's roller coaster. Emotional resilience through acceptance. Think about a time when things didn't go as planned. Maybe you failed a test or your friend canceled plans. The Stoics would say, hey, it's okay. Stuff like this happens, and it's part of life. They believed in this magical power called acceptance. Now, it's not like waving a wand and making problems disappear, but more like putting on a pair of glasses that help you see things clearer. Imagine you've got this backpack, and life keeps throwing rocks into it. Problems, worries, things you wish were different. Acceptance is like opening that backpack, taking a good look at those rocks, and going, okay, these are here, but they don't have to weigh me down. The Stoics said, look, we can't control everything that happens, but we can control how we react. So they'd face tough stuff head-on, not with fists, but with a smile that said, I've got this. Acceptance wasn't about giving up or pretending problems didn't exist. It was about saying, okay, this is happening. What can I do about it? It's like being stuck in traffic. You can't make the cars disappear, but you can choose how you react. Maybe turn up the music and enjoy the ride. The Stoics believed that by accepting life's twists and turns, we could become emotionally strong, not superheroes without feelings, but warriors who know how to handle whatever life throws our way. It's like having a shield against stress and worries, knowing that while we can't control everything, we sure can control how we face it. The practice of negative visualization. Close your eyes and imagine this. You're on a sunny beach, but instead of the warm sand under your feet, you imagine it's a bit cold. You're not wishing for the worst, you're just getting ready for what might come. The Stoics had this interesting idea called negative visualization. No, it's not about being negative or gloomy. It's more like taking a peek into the shadows to appreciate the sunshine better. Imagine you've got this magic crystal ball that shows you not just the good stuff, but also the hurdles and bumps waiting down the road. It's like looking at a map before a journey, knowing where the potholes are so you can avoid them. The Stoics would say, hey, things might be great now, but what if they changed? It's not about worrying. It's about being prepared. So they take a moment to imagine things going wrong, not to scare themselves, but to build strength for what might come. It's like wearing a raincoat on a sunny day, not because it's raining, but just in case it does. It's about being ready, so when life throws a curveball, you're not caught off guard. Negative visualization isn't about dwelling on the bad, it's about appreciating the good. It's like when you've got a favorite toy, you don't think about losing it, but knowing its value makes you treasure it more. The Stoics believed that by imagining life's bumps, we could build resilience. It's like having a toolbox with tools for both sunny and stormy days, making us stronger, more prepared, and more grateful for the good times. It's like having a secret superpower, not to predict the future, but to face it with a smile, knowing we've already seen the shadows and are ready to embrace the sunshine. Emotional detachment and equanimity. Imagine you're standing by a river, watching the water flow. The Stoics would say, life is like that river, always moving, always changing. They believed in this superpower called emotional detachment. It's not about being cold or not caring. It's more like taking a step back to see things clearly. Picture this. You've got a balloon, and life keeps poking it with little pins, annoyances, frustrations, things that usually make you go grr. Emotional detachment is like having a strong balloon, not one that bursts with every poke. The Stoics said, hey, when something happens, don't let it steal your peace. It's like when someone spills juice on your favorite shirt. Instead of shouting, you take a deep breath and think, it's just a shirt. They believed in this cool thing called equanimity. That's like having a calm center in the middle of life's storm. It's not about not feeling. It's about feeling without letting emotions steer the ship. Imagine you're in a maze. Emotions are like twists and turns. Equanimity is your map, showing you the way without getting lost in the maze. Emotional detachment isn't about shutting down feelings. It's about being the boss of them. It's like having a remote control for your emotions, knowing when to press pause, rewind, or play. The Stoics thought that by detaching a bit from emotions, we could be stronger. It's like having a shield that stops annoyances from getting under our skin, making us more resilient and ready for whatever life throws at us. It's like having a superpower, not to turn off emotions, but to wear them like a superhero's cape, knowing we're in charge. Virtue and emotional control. Imagine being part of a club, not the kind with a secret handshake, but one where everyone aims to be their best selves, kind, fair, and strong. That's what the Stoics called virtue. They believed that being emotionally strong wasn't just about controlling feelings, but about being a really good person. It's like having a superhero costume, but instead of capes, it's made of kindness, honesty, bravery, and balance. Picture this. You're faced with a choice. Maybe someone's being mean, and you want to snap back. The Stoics would say, hey, choose kindness over anger. That's true strength. They thought of emotions like colors on a painter's palette. Virtue is the artist's brush, choosing which colors to use to create a masterpiece. It's about picking the right emotions and actions to make life beautiful. Imagine you're playing a video game, and instead of winning points, you're collecting virtues. Courage to face fears, wisdom to make smart choices, and kindness to spread warmth. The Stoics believed that by practicing these virtues, we could be emotionally strong. It's like building a strong castle with kindness as the bricks, honesty as the roof, and courage as the walls. Virtue wasn't just a fancy word. It was a roadmap, a guide to becoming the best version of ourselves. It's like having a compass showing the way to a kinder, stronger, and more balanced life. They showed that emotional control wasn't just about taming feelings. It was about using those feelings to paint a masterpiece of goodness. Imagine having a superpower that lets you be fully present, like a superhero in their secret hideout, aware, focused, and calm. That's what the Stoics called mindfulness. They believed in this magical thing called paying attention on purpose. It's not about superheroes or magic spells. It's about being here, right now, without your mind wandering off to yesterday or tomorrow. Think of your mind as a puppy, curious and always running around. Mindfulness is like teaching that puppy to sit still for a moment and watch the world around. The Stoics had these exercises, like journaling or reflection, that helped them stay present. It's like having a diary where you write about your day, not just the good stuff, but also the bumps and victories. Imagine you're climbing a mountain. Mindfulness is like taking each step, feeling the ground beneath your feet, and enjoying the view without worrying about reaching the top too quickly. It's like having a pause button for your thoughts. When life gets noisy, mindfulness helps you find a quiet corner to take a breath and think, okay, what's happening right now? The Stoics believed that by practicing mindfulness, we could train our minds to be calm and clear, like a peaceful lake reflecting the sky. It wasn't just about sitting cross-legged and chanting. It was about bringing that calm into everyday moments, feeling the warmth of the sun, savoring a meal, or simply listening to the rain. They showed that being present wasn't just a cool idea. It was a way to find peace in the middle of life's hustle and bustle. Applying Stoic wisdom in modern life. Imagine the Stoics as wise friends, not from a long time ago, but ones who left us a treasure map, not to hidden gold, but to a happy, balanced life. They might not have had smartphones or cars, but their ideas are like timeless advice, golden nuggets that still sparkle even today. Think about your morning routine. Waking up, maybe feeling a bit groggy. The Stoics would say, hey, start your day with gratitude. It's like adding sprinkles to your breakfast. They'd say, hey, life's going to throw curveballs. Instead of getting tangled in worry, focus on what's in your control. It's like having a toolbox for life's DIY moments. Imagine being stuck in traffic, not just in cars, but in life's jams. The Stoics would nudge you and say, use this time wisely. Listen to a podcast, learn something new, or just take a deep breath. They believed in simple joys too, like a warm cup of tea or a chat with a friend. It's like finding treasures in everyday moments. The Stoics knew that life wasn't always sunshine and rainbows, but they taught us that storms pass, and we can navigate through them. Their wisdom wasn't about fancy robes or big words. It was about rolling up your sleeves and living a good life, one little choice at a time. They showed us that even in the fast-paced world of today, their teachings still shine bright, like stars guiding us through the night sky. Imagine this journey as a ship sailing through life's seas. We've explored the Stoics' treasure trove of wisdom, not ancient secrets locked away, but timeless lessons ready to guide us. We've learned that emotions aren't wild horses, but tools we can steer. Stoicism isn't just old stories. It's a roadmap for today, a guide to finding calm amid life's storms. So, as you step off this ship, remember, when life gets wobbly, focus on what you can control. Embrace acceptance, prepare for bumps, and cherish each moment. Let's be superheroes of our own stories, not with capes, but with virtues, kindness, courage, and balance. Let's be present, finding peace in everyday moments. The Stoics left us a legacy, not in dusty scrolls, but in these practical, everyday teachings. So let's practice them, weave them into our lives, and watch ourselves grow. Thank you for joining this journey. If these lessons spoke to you, give this video a thumbs up, share it with fellow explorers, and subscribe for more wisdom to navigate life's seas. Until we meet again, may your days be filled with wisdom, resilience, and a sprinkle of Stoic magic.